Imagine one day that just by changing your way of thinking, you can open new horizons of success in your professional life, your personal relationships, and your growth. This is exactly what the book, The Mind, The New Psychological Science of Success, by the writer Carol Dweck, reveals. This book presents a deep vision of how to transform from a stable mind to a mind of growth that can change your whole life. Whether you seek success in the field of business, education, or personal development, you will find valuable keys here that show how adopting challenges and learning from mistakes and the continuous effort can lead to real and permanent achievements. In this trip, we will present an inspiring story of the reality of athletes, businessmen, and ordinary people. This book is not just a proof of self-development, but an essential lesson in how to reprogram our thinking to achieve greater success in all aspects of life. The essence of the Dweck theory lies in the way we look at our abilities. Do we see them as permanent, unchanging, or we will deepen the fundamental difference between a stable mentality and a growing mentality by providing practical methods to adopt a direction that focuses on growth. Whether your goal is to be distinguished in your work, or to improve your personal relationships, or simply to become a better version of yourself, you will find here the tools you need to free yourself from the restricted beliefs and the burden of the continuous journey of improvement. Welcome to the Audiobook channel. If you are looking for informative and useful content, we are here to present to you the best we have. We present tips about self-development, reviews of books, and many exciting content that will help you achieve your goals. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive new updates. Join us in this enjoyable journey and share your ideas and comments in the videos. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to seeing you in the channel. The first chapter is the mentalities. There are two main types of mentalities that form our perception of our abilities and how we deal with life. The first mentality is the stable mentality, where its owners believe that intelligence, skills, and abilities do not change. They believe that they are born with a certain skill or not, which makes them always busy proving their abilities. When the person faces the stable mentality as a challenge, he is not a person who is afraid of failure, because failure means a lack of innate ability. As he sees effort as a negative thing, why does he need talent to put in a lot of effort? As for the second reason, which is the mental development, he believes that intelligence and abilities can be developed through serious work and learning. The students see that their qualities are just the starting point, and that the possibilities are opening up with patience. The challenges they face are opportunities for growth, and failure is part of learning. Effort is necessary for success, and the constructive criticism helps to evolve. In real life, both mentalities appear in all fields. In teaching, for example, the student thinks that their mentality is firm, and that their ability in mathematics is firm and never changes, while the people of the developing mentality see that patience leads to improvement. The mentality we choose determines whether we are proud to face challenges, or we are proud to avoid failure and fear. Everything starts with our basic belief. Are our abilities permanent, or can we grow with effort and patience? The second chapter is about the mind. In this chapter, we explore the effects of stable and dormant minds on different aspects of our lives. We see how these minds shape our perspective of the world and our interactions with daily challenges. In the field of education, the people of the stable mind are inclined to consider their academic performance as a direct reflection of their innate intelligence. They avoid difficult subjects in the fear of failure, and see any effect as a proof of their limited abilities. As for the people of the mind of growth, they see in the challenges opportunities for learning and development, and believe that effort and perseverance are the keys to continuous improvement. In the world of sports, we find athletes with a stable mind relying only on their natural talent, which makes them a chance to collapse when facing obstacles, while athletes are distinguished by their ability to transform failure into valuable lessons and continue to evolve through serious work. In the field of work, the permanent mental leader avoids dangers and holds on to safe options. In return, the mental leader creates environments that encourage innovation and learning from mistakes, which pushes their employees to leave their comfort zones. In personal relationships, the owners of a stable mentality see differences as a sign of the failure of the relationship, while the owners of the growth mentality consider them an opportunity to evolve and get closer. They believe that strong relationships build on continuous effort and communication. The recent news is that we are not limited to one mentality. We can all develop the growth mentality and change our view of challenges and failures, which opens new horizons for development in all spheres of life. Chapter 3: The Truth About Power and Success. In this chapter, Carol Dweck discovers the important relationship between the human mind and how to deal with failure and success. Instead of looking at success as a result of natural talent alone, she confirms the importance of effort and patience and the way we interpret obstacles. The people of the stable mind are drawn to seeing failure as the ultimate judgment of their abilities and stay in their comfort zone, fearing to discover their limitations. Failure becomes a threat to their self-esteem instead of an opportunity to learn. As for the people of the mind of growth, they see failure as a natural part of the development journey. They believe that abilities can be developed with time and effort. When they fail, they ask themselves about the lessons learned and how to improve. Thomas Edison is a great example of the mind of growth. When faced with thousands of failed attempts, consider them as steps towards success, not tricks. In the field of business, Dawik Rawad al-Amal and Al-Qaeda face great challenges and failures, but they use those experiences to push them forward. They did not see failure as a reason for surrender. It is possible to look at the famous Steve Jobs' departure to Apple in 1985 as a great failure. However, instead of giving up, Jobs used that experience as a catalyst for his future projects. He returned to Apple in the end and led the company to unprecedented success. The leader of the successful challenges used it as a motivation to progress and improve their methods. In the sports field, Michael Jordan, who is considered one of the greatest players of the basketball in all times, shows how the mind of growth can turn failures into successes. Despite his withdrawal from the school team, his faith in development made him work harder until he became a legend. In education, the mind of growth creates a safe environment for experience and learning from mistakes. Students learn to look at challenges as opportunities for growth instead of threats to success. The people of the stable mentality see effort as a sign of weakness, believing that one skill is enough. As for the people of the growth mentality, they realize that continuous effort is the key to perfection and distinction. In the end, Dweck confirms that changing our view of failure is a threat to the opportunity to learn, which is the key to launching our real abilities and achieving sustainable success. The fourth chapter, The Mind of the Hero, plays a pivotal role in the world of sports, where success and failure are obvious to the eye. Sports success is not just a physical skill, but it is related to the mind that the athlete carries and how he deals with challenges and pressures. The most successful athletes are not necessarily the most talented, but they are the ones who have the mind of growth, focus on proving their talent, and see failure as a blow to their identity. They may avoid the difficult competition or surrender when facing challenges, fearing to reveal their limitations. John McEnroe is an example of a talented, rational, and steadfast player. He was blaming external factors for the loss, and he could not accept that growth and learning are part of the journey. Michael Jordan represents the rational growth. Despite his absence from his school team, he used that as a constant reminder of improvement, even after he reached the top and continued his serious work. Training and preparation also reflect the importance of mental development. Athletes who believe in the possibility of improvement train with enthusiasm and patience. Kobe Bryant, the legend of the basketball, was an example of that, where he used to reach training before everyone, believing that the skill is just the beginning. Under pressure, the difference between the two mentalities is obvious. The people of the stable mentalities may collapse in fear of failure, while the people of the growth mentality maintain their calm, realizing that failure is part of learning. For the coaches, it is a decisive role in strengthening the growth mentality. John Wooden, the legendary coach of the soccer team, is an example of a coach who focuses on the overall development of his players, believing that success is beyond just winning matches. In the end, despite the importance of talent, the mind remains the difference between good and great. The ability to face challenges and learn from failure is what makes heroes, not only in sports, but in all areas of life. The fifth chapter, Businesses, Intelligence, and Leadership. In this chapter, we will explore the impact of intelligence in the business world and how leadership, innovation, and the success of institutions are formed. The way the leaders and employees see their capabilities and the potential of their growth has a deep impact on their performance and the culture they create in their companies. Companies and leaders who adopt the intelligence of growth create environments where innovation is flourishing and employees feel empowered to learn, and challenges are considered opportunities for development. On the other hand, the leader believes that the only skill is the key to success, and they focus on employing the talents naturally, thinking that success will come to them automatically. The story of Enron stands witness to the dangers of the permanent mentality. Based on their imaginary, in this environment, failure is seen as part of the learning process, and employees feel free to experiment with new ideas without fear of punishment. Leaders play a pivotal role in shaping the mentality of their organizations, while the people of the stable mentality become more effective in the culture of the development of the mind. In the end, it confirms that the success of sustainable companies depends on the adoption of the development of the mind. The institutions that encourage employees to cross their current limits and learn from their mistakes are the ones that achieve innovation, success, and prosperity over a long period of time. The sixth chapter, The Minds in Love and Friendship. In this chapter, we talk about how our view of relationships affects their success. Who believes that relationships are either predestined or not predestined expects that things will go smoothly without effort if the partner is suitable. When problems arise, they see them as a sign of a mistake in the relationship itself. Understand their needs automatically. They see conflict as a threat and prefer to withdraw to solve problems. This view hinders effective communication and makes challenges seem impossible. As for the people of the intellectual development, they realize that relationships need effort and continuous communication. They do not expect perfection, but they see in conflicts opportunities for learning and closeness. They face problems with curiosity, wondering how they can improve, and better understanding of each other. When the people of the stable mind face rejection, they see it as a personal failure and a proof of their lack of love. As for the people of the growing mind, they consider it part of the learning journey. They ask themselves about the lessons learned and how to improve in the future. Successful relationships do not mean the absence of problems, but the ability to deal with them in a way that strengthens the bonds and confidence and desire for mutual growth. The power of mentalities in marriage relationships is clearly visible. The couples who believe that love should be easy and spontaneous often give up when facing the first challenge, while we see the success of the couples who understand that a relationship needs continuous work and development. They face difficulties together and get out of them stronger. In friendships too, we see a big difference between the two mentalities. The people of the stable mentality fear showing their weakness or asking for help, and may feel threatened by the success of their friends. As for the people of the growth mentality, they support each other without rules and celebrate the successes of each other, and see in the challenges opportunities to strengthen their friendship. In raising children, the parents of the stable mentality focus on innate skills, which may create pressure on the child to maintain a certain image, while parents focus the mental development on effort and patience, which creates a safe environment for learning and development. Relationships are not permanent, but variable and dormant. When we adopt the mental development, we build stronger and more mature relationships where everyone can develop together, overcome challenges, and deepen ties with time. Chapter 7. Where do mentalities come from? In the world of learning and growth, mentalities play a pivotal role in shaping our future. Since our early childhood, parents, teachers, and trainers have influenced our way of thinking and dealing with challenges. The messages we receive about abilities, intelligence, and effort leave a mark on our minds throughout life. Many parents think that they support their children when they describe them as intelligent or talented. But this praise may lead to a stable and non-serious mentality. When we tell children that they are intelligent, they begin to believe that intelligence is a stable attribute, whether they own it or not. This way, they may avoid challenges, fearing the loss of this description, which creates fear of failure and hesitation in danger. The best is the praise of hard work, patience, and serious work. This sends a clear message that development comes from trying and learning, not from a natural talent. When we praise children for their efforts, we enhance their mental growth, so they feel the ability to face challenges and see failure as an opportunity to learn. In the school break, teachers can also influence the minds of their students. When the teacher praises the students for their quick understanding or natural talent, the students may think that success is only linked to their innate intelligence. Thus, those who face the difficulties of self-confidence may lose and stop trying. Dweck describes how to create a school environment based on competition in intelligence, a climate of fear. Students hesitate to ask questions or admit that they do not know them, fearing that they would show less intelligence than their peers. On the other hand, a teacher creates a safe environment for mental development, where mistakes are considered opportunities for learning and development. These teachers focus on developing the love of learning instead of just achieving high grades. They teach their students that their abilities are capable of development through continuous effort, and that facing challenges is necessary for growth. In the field of sports, the coaches play a role similar to the form of sports mind. The coaches who only focus on the natural talent and success create a fear of failure. As for the coach of mental development, they encourage continuous development and learning from mistakes. John Wooden is an example of a coach who embodies the mental development. He believed that success transcends success in competitions to include continuous development and personal development, focused on effort, preparation, and learning from the experience. The main message is that mentalities can change. By focusing on effort, learning, and improvement, adults can help others develop their mental growth. This transformation does not improve performance, but rather facilitates the way to sustainable success. Our words and actions deeply affect those around us. We have the ability to develop the next generation, which helps them to develop their maturity and efficiency and prepare them for life challenges. The 8th chapter is the change of mind. In this important chapter, Carol Dweck confirms that changing our mind is possible, even though it may take time and effort. Understanding how to make this change is necessary to achieve our full potential in life. We all have a mixture of stable and developing minds. You may have a mind that grows in your body's hobbies and habits, but a stable mind in your mental abilities or your professional path. Knowing your location on this page is the starting point for change. We need to define the fields we are working on for a stable mind, especially when facing challenges and criticisms. Then we start monitoring our internal dialogue and our thoughts automatically. Often, the internal voice of the stable mind says, "We'll know that you are not talented." To change, we need to replace these fixed ideas with the ideas of the mind of growth. Instead of accepting the idea that failure does not know you, say, "I can learn from this," or "This is an opportunity for growth." This is a simple way, but it is strong to change our attitude to challenges. The change of mind is a journey that requires perseverance and effort. The hardships and difficulties are part of the learning process. We have to face challenges instead of avoiding them, and look at them as opportunities for growth, not threats. The people with a growing mentality see failure as part of the journey of perfection and learn from it. The second food is an important part of the change. Instead of taking it personally, look at it as valuable information for improvement. Keep trying, not only the results. What matters is the best result you have, regardless of the result. The change of mentality does not mean perfection, but continued progress. The stable mentality will sometimes appear, but every time you change a fixed idea into a growing idea, you are more likely to progress. With time, the mind becomes your natural way of thinking. The letter of the writer Carol Dweck is clear. You have the ability to change your mind and open up new possibilities. By maintaining the mind of growth, we live a more complete and meaningful life, opening up to the opportunities of learning that life offers. The end. In the Book of Mind, The New Knowledge of Success, Carol Dweck presents a deep vision of the impact of our beliefs on our lives. The book focuses on two main concepts, the stable mind and the mind of growth, where the choice between them can determine the course of our development. The stable mind assumes that our abilities, intelligence, and talents do not change. Failure means you are not enough. The owners of this mentality are trying to avoid challenges and surrender quickly and see effort as a sign of shortcomings. As for the mentality of growth, it focuses on a strong belief in the ability to develop our abilities through effort, learning, and perseverance. They welcome challenges and consider failure a step in the right path. For them, every obstacle is an opportunity to evolve, not the end of the tunnel. Carol shows how two minds are reflected in different areas of life. The people of the mind are more successful not because they are more natural, but because they are more prepared for serious work, learning from their mistakes and being stubborn. For the trainers and leaders, it is a pivotal role in strengthening the mind. By appreciating effort instead of natural ability and encouraging the mind to face failure, support their continuous success. The encouraging message is that minds are capable of change. So even if you live with a stable mind, you can always change your perspective. Through awareness of your ideas and adopting the perspective of growth and facing challenges, you can have a positive change in your life. Success is not a privilege for the talented or the lucky. It is the fruit of effort and faith in the ability to evolve. We open the door to continuous improvement and progress in facing hardships and a life rich in learning and achievement. If you find this summary useful and you are ready to keep the mind of growth in your life, do not forget to press the like button and subscribe to the channel for more useful soundbook summaries. Let me know in the comments how you plan to apply these ideas on your trip. Thank you for listening. And until next time, keep improving and growing every day.